Hello, Math Studies class. Let's begin our lesson for today, Introduction to Logic. First, you need to know what statement means. A statement is a sentence or a phrase, and it also has a precise mathematical meaning. Statement or proposition. I'll be using the word proposition because in other books they also call it proposition. It gives a truth value, and the truth value can either be true or false, and it cannot be both true and false. It must be just true or just false. Okay, so let's have some practice. 2 plus 2 equals 5. Is it a statement or a proposition? Because 2 plus 2 equals 5 gives you a truth value. In this case, this is false because 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So then this is a statement or a proposition. Okay. Another one, make the tea. What do you think? Is it a statement? Okay. It's not a statement because it doesn't have a truth value. The moon is made of green cheese. Okay. You can tell there's a truth value here, so should be statement. Okay. Next one, 5 is greater than 2. Is it a statement? Yes, it is. Okay. A week consists of 5 days. Is it a statement or a proposition? Yes, it is. It's true. Or is it false? Okay. A week has 7 days. Okay. Have a nice day. Is it a statement or a proposition? It's not. There's no truth value in it. And the last one, is it snowing? Okay. This one is also not a statement. Okay, let's move on. Another new term is compound statements. Compound statement is made of simple statements, and we discussed about statements a while ago, joined together by connectives. And I'm going to give you a table. I'm going to show you a table of the connectives. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted or twice because there are two meanings of or. Okay. So not, the connective not means negation, and it has this symbol. Okay. The second one is and we call it conjunction in logic, and the symbol is this one. Okay. The third one is or. The first meaning or description is we can use or as inclusive disjunction, and the symbol is going to be, that looks like V. Okay. And then the second one, or the fourth one, sorry, again it's or, but this time there's another meaning for or, which is exclusive disjunction, and the symbol is going to be like V, but there's a line at the bottom. And then the last one is called if then, which is an implication, and the symbol is this. Okay, moving on, let's talk about negation first. The negation of a proposition or a statement is formed by putting words such as not or do not. But later on, we will also discuss situations wherein you don't need to put not to negate a statement. We're going to practice on that. But just think that a negation is the opposite or not of the proposition. The negation of a proposition P is not P and is written as this way. Remember that I already showed you this symbol a while ago in the previous slide. Okay, so let's have an example. P, your proposition, it is Monday. So the negation of P, okay, you will see it is not Monday. We are using the word not to negate the proposition. And here's the symbol, as you can see here. Okay, to continue. Okay, sometimes we're going to use truth tables. So here's your another vocabulary. Okay. A truth table shows how the values of a set of propositions affect the values of other propositions. Okay. A truth table for negation will look like this. Okay, so you have your propositions here. Okay, if your proposition is true, when you negate it, it becomes false. So the negation of P becomes false. If your proposition is false, when you negate it, then the negation of the proposition becomes true. Okay, so it's just the opposite. Okay. So we're going to check your understanding. We'll have examples here. But at some point, I would like you to think and try to answer the questions. You can stop the video and then think of the answer and then continue on when you have your answer. Okay, so the first instruction is write negations or negation to the sentence that I'm going to give you. Okay. The student is a council member. Okay, the negation for this one, the student is not a council member. So I'm using the word not now. Okay. Second example. She owns a mobile phone. The negation of this proposition is she does not own a mobile phone. Okay, again, we're still using not. Okay. N is a prime number, and to negate this proposition, we'll say N is not a prime number. Okay, now this time, write negations of the statement or proposition without using the word not. The word starts with a vowel. Okay. To negate this proposition, we could say the word starts with a consonant. You know that there are only two types of letters. It can be a vowel or a consonant. So if it's not a vowel, it's a consonant. So you don't have to use the word not. The score is greater than 20. To negate this proposition, we say the score is less than or equal to 20. Now, a lot of students make this mistake. They will write right away the score is less than 20 without including the word equal. Remember that you don't want to isolate 20 because when you say it's greater than 20, it starts with 21. Okay, but you want to include 20. So if you say the score is less than 20, that is not the negation of your proposition. Okay. The next one. There is an even number of pages in this book. To negate this proposition, you say there is an odd number of pages in this book. Okay. So the next one in these statements is Q the negation of P. If not, say why it is not the negation. Okay. First is Mario obtained the highest mark on the test, and Q is Mario obtained the lowest mark on the test. So we use the highest. We started with highest and then we just wrote the opposite, which is the lowest. Is it the negation of P? Okay, think, have an answer inside your head. Okay. Is it yes or no? And then if it's no, you have to have a reason. Okay. The answer is no. The negation of P would be that Mario obtained any mark other than highest. So he could have an average mark. Okay. So the next one, this test is difficult. Q, proposition Q, this test is easy. Is Q the negation of P? Yes or no? No, the test could be not difficult without being easy. Okay. Another example. Sahana scored more than 50% on the test. Okay, now remember we have a similar situation a while ago, so I hope you still remember that. Okay, so proposition Q is Sahana scored less than 50% on the test. So is Q the negation of P? Yes or no? No. Sahana could have scored 50% on the test. Exactly 50%. So we don't want to isolate 50%. Okay. Next, Richard is inside the classroom. Proposition Q, Richard is outside the classroom. Is Q the negation of P? Yes or no? Okay. Yes, because if he's not inside the classroom, then he's outside. So this time it's yes. So you don't have to provide a reason, you just say yes. Okay. Now to continue, use your textbook and answer the questions on pages 387 to 388, only numbers 4 to 8. Okay, see you in class.